Hi, Klaus.
Hello, Robert. Hello, audience.
Hi. Yeah, welcome to this Christmas episode of RELUX.
The last one in 2023.
Exactly. Yeah, we have something special for this Christmas episode because we have not any specific topic today. We just have an open question area, so we just answer your question today, the full episode. In preparation of this meeting, we got emails from you, a couple of them, with some prepared question, and therefore we had the opportunity to prepare something for today. But please ask your questions right in beginning, not wait for some shows on demonstration. Please just what you have on mind. So there's not any specific topics, so you can really ask whatever you want in this episode. And this is also another environment. We have another decoration this time. Not sure if it stays like this, so potentially we go back to our normal setting in general.
Yes, it feels like a little bit like it was yesterday that we had the last Christmas episode. I guess it was the time when we have this funny hats.
Today we have just mulled wine, so it's German Christmas market smells here in this area.
Yes,
so
really, that we are in the feeling and the Christmas feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the questions we received was a little bit lucky for us because we can make a short demonstration about something which we are currently working on. The question was, the problem is how it is possible to easily place vertical measuring areas. This is for everybody of you who was in one of the last episodes of Obtrusive Light. There it is a kind of problematic that we have to place measuring areas in the front of windows or facades of buildings. But it is also interesting for interior lighting, for shop lighting, where we have this places where
the shelves,
the shelves,
where the products are presented, or in storage areas where you want to measure the light on
vertical areas. And there was a question to optimize this. And in preparing of this new module for Obtrusive Light, we will also optimize this, so this can be used then in every part. And for that, we can show you a small demonstration what is now possible. So I will share the screen
and this is fresh from the development, so this is not the current public version. This is a special development version, where we can demonstrate this new horizontal.
But it will not take a long time that it will be available. So I have prepared a small scene. It's an exterior scene, but it will also work for interior scenes. And in traditional, when we want to place a vertical measuring area, and you will see here on the right side, there is a new one, which is called vertical. But this is not available in the current version. And so when we go to this way that we have to place an horizontal measuring surface, we have to rotate it around 90 degrees in this one, so that we have a vertical, and then we can move it a little bit, and then we have to rotate it again around this axis so that we will be according in the direction. No, it's not. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult.
It's a combination of movements, rotations, camera repositioning, that you have the right angle to see what you're doing in rotation. So this takes, I don't know, a dozen steps before you have it attached to the wall.
You have the possibility to work with the working plane and so on. That makes it a little bit easier, but it is also a little bit difficult to change the working plane. But however, now in the future, it will be possible to use, instead of this to use vertical. And this vertical surface is now adjusts to surfaces of primitives, like the cubes I have here. And so it is easily to create here vertical measurement surfaces in front of objects. In my example, this may be buildings or something like that. And as you can see, when I move with the mouse here, it just already adjusts to the face I'm close to. Switches when I go to this direction, or if I go to this direction, or here in this one, here I can really simply place vertical measuring surfaces on the side of objects, simple ones like our cubes, which we have directly in the program. But it also works when we are using from ReluxNet, for example, or if you import your own 3D objects. We have here in just a moment. Let's take this one and okay, doesn't matter. So like, for example, this small house. And it is also possible to use these 3D objects for simply placing now. No, sorry. Yes, there is it. To use it, sorry, to place here in the front of this house to create here vertical measurement versus in front of object, buildings, houses. This is very useful for obstructive light, but as I told, also in interior projects in stores and in some other situations.
Mm-hmm. For this, we will use it first. This is the obtrusive light that we can here measure the impact of not wanted light on the facade, especially on windows, that we can see or measure how much the impact on the light on your neighbor sports field is on this direction.
Yeah. Okay. This was the first question, and we were lucky because to have the demonstration of this point of one of our future tools, which we are currently working on it, and it will be available in a close time.
Yep.
Okay. The next question was, I guess, it was about PDF.
Yeah. We had an German question about PDF import. He was a guy who has imported, because of the bad quality of the PDF import, he converted it into an JPEG and put the JPEG as a picture into RELUX. And this is something which not should be used in order to get an PDF into RELUX, to use it as a screenshot with a picture. This is not nice. You can import a PDF file directly into RELUX Desktop. Yeah, depending on how it calls, depending on what the PDF has inside. And PDF is in more or less just in kind of a container where you can put in vectors. This would be good for CAD to have it in vectors, so in really lines. Or you can also put in pictures into it. So this is an easy use, an easy way, or not easy. It's a not so useful way for us to have a picture in it. RELUX Desktop can use both, but pixel pictures are not so good as vectors. Luckily, lots or the most of the PDF I have seen with ground floors, with construction elements, are mainly in vector elements, because it's the origin of these PDFs is in CAD environment where the vectors are stored in the PDF properly. Here we can demonstrate the import of a PDF file in desktop. It's a bit of hidden. It's not an PDF export import, which is screwing here, I'm here, you can place your PDF. You have to go via CAD, indoor or outdoor import within CAD plan, and then the normal way you can behave as we have in CAD plan, but here you can also use PDF files directly. Just need to identify the right location and the good one exactly. And
here is Here's the major question. Here you have to decide what is inside of the PDF, vector or pixel. If you're not sure, we can recommend to start with vector.
Yeah.
If this not works, make a second try and try pixels.
Yeah. Vector is the better quality because you end up with really lines and not just with pixel which are interpreted as vectors. So the result is much better if you have vectors. As said, most of the PDF files has vectors. You can try to identify it by opening the PDF with the Acrobat reader and then zoom in. If you zoom in and the resolution does not change and the line is still a line even by zooming in, then it's potentially a vector information in it. If you have more bad quality by zooming in, then it's potentially a picture. Yeah, and this has different results. So we can.
Yes, and then finally, what is in reality happens? We taking the PDF, we convert it into an DXF file.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, you will also see the DXF file in your folder. And here in my case now it is finished with the screen mark. And then I will continue. One problem is in general when you work with PDF, there are normally not correct scaled in correct units. So for that time, here it is starting with trying it just to meter. But if I go to on this tool to determine the correct scaling, and then we should go, for example, here to in the front of a door. In a real project, it is useful when you have any measuring lines.
Scales, measuring lines, known distances. So you need to know a known distance. In case of emergency, you can pick a door. Door is always like 90 centimeters, 1 meter.
So, and here you will see now at the moment it is scaled to 0.39 or something like that. And we have to switch it to 0.9, and then we can continue with the work. And then we have the drawing inside of it and can start working by picking with the cat snap. And this will work in this example with the vectors very properly.
Mm-hmm.
We will later see that it is a little bit more problematic when we work with pixels.
Yeah. So the snap is working well on the location where you have the PDF file. Directly besides the PDF file, you have also the copy of the DXF file, the CAD file, which is just there, which you can also use for other applications to convert PDFs to DXF files.
And also one point we can say for experts of you who have already an AutoCAD in their on their computer in their element, they can also use AutoCAD for this functionality. So import a PDF to an AutoCAD, store it as a DVG. Also, you can then already in AutoCAD scale the imported PDF in a correct scaling, and this will be maybe much useful than in this way. And then the other point is that I close this project now and start in the same way as before. And I will now choose this other PDF, which is
just a pixel file,
which is including just the pixel file. And now I will switch to pixel. Yes. And then the same conversion, but here's now the difference. We will try to find lines creating from the pixels vectors, so that we can, in the next step, also the problem here is mostly that we will extract much more lines from all the pixels. So that it will be good, slower than
It's also much more huge, but the scale is just because it's a picture. It's not known what is kind of a scale.
But you will see now also the texts and circles and so on are going to real things. And then we have to do the same. We should pick here we should pick here a
known distance.
A known distance. No, it's not so.
Oh, it's snapped somewhere.
It's snapped somewhere. It needs now a little bit time. You will now see in some cases that this function may work well, but in some cases even not. We have just for the demonstration, we have here now used one of these critical pictures. Yes, so this is a little bit, you have to test it if it works or if it not works. And then at least you have also the possibility, make a print screen, of the drawing, and then to make a print screen of the PDF and then use the import with the background image. So this is then
an alternative. Yeah.
This is the alternative.
The pictures is also this nice knowing distance scaling option. Also with pictures works also quite well. Yeah, then you can make a photo and screenshot from Google Earth, whatever. But of course, there are also geolocations also there. Yeah. Okay. I guess this is covered. We have also a question about ceilings. Yes. How to operate with ceilings. Yeah, it's also there are also different options. Maybe we should also do a ceiling special.
Yes, yes, of course.
There's a relatively new function for ceilings with a 1-year-old feature where it's possible to tell normal primitive objects we have in desktop, so cubes, spheres, whatever. Also groups of it you can mark as a ceiling object. So you can do whatever you want in ceiling as ceiling object, put it on the ceiling and tick it in the properties as ceiling object, and then it will become the color and the reflection degree of the ceiling, the object, and the object will be located for placing luminous, downlights, whatever in the ceiling. Then it will be snapped to this new object you created, and also it makes a cutout for the recessed luminous in this 3D object. So this is works well if you're going to construct your own ceiling. It's also possible to import ceiling 3D elements from our source or from all kinds of 3D objects and to put it on the ceiling for more complex objects. This is a good option to just get a 3D object and put it on the ceiling. Yeah, Klaus will demonstrate. You have to be aware of the evaluation area that you make adaptations to it.
Yeah, this is just an example. For example, we have here now. I will construct here. Let's take something like, for example, here is in a wood or something like that. So I will now here. So that's my problem. I will now here create a Boolean group. Difference of this, and now. Oh, sorry. It should be here.
The floor.
So this no. So now we have here, for example, and here I have now the possibility to first I have to create a convert into 3D object, and then where's my styling?
Switch just for the primitives.
Just yes, yeah. Oh, let's do undo.
Never tried before.
So here I have the possibility now to create this as a Siling object. To create this as a Siling object,
and you can see instantly here that the measuring surface is going down and it's now white like a ceiling. And if you would place luminous onto it,
they
it
would
be correctly mounted in it and cut it out. Yeah.
And you have also the possibility when you go here to our, we have here sometimes the news. There you will find an article about Siling objects and Siling cutouts. And when we click on this point, activating this point, there is a, no, sorry, we have here, there is a small video demonstration. I'm not sure if you can correctly see this on your screens actually, but you can look it by yourself, how it works and what it is good for.
Yeah.
So we must not follow the complete point, but so this is one feature. This works with the primitive object, as Robert says. And another one, if you want to have more complex Silings in it, you have the possibility to import the structure of such a Siling from an external object. You can import them, construct them by yourself, for example, in Blender or in any 3D software. Or you can download it from the internet, maybe also here from our RELUX.net furniture. Here we will have also not only buildings, we have here also some structural elements, and in we have, for example, here such a Siling like this one. And we can drop it in here. And if I change the sizes to the same, similar to my room, and now I have here an attractive dome. A little bit problematic is now this evaluation area, and for that reason you can unlock the evaluation area and simply reduce the height. So that is more useful. Maybe you have in real complex models, you have to remove this automatically created additional surfaces for the walls and build them manually by standard measuring surfaces. So this is another possibility.
There's also another option to create ceilings is by another kind of extrusion kind of creating rooms. So the standard procedure in RELUX to create rooms is by extrusion. So we create a ground floor shape, polyline, rectangle, whatever, and then you extrude it in Z direction in the height for the height of the ceiling, and then you have the room created. So this is the standard room creation. But in RELUX, it's also possible to create rooms from the side, to extrude from the sides. This means you can have a sloped ceiling or a shed ceiling or some more complex structures in ceiling, and then just extrude it to the side and not to the top. And there are a lot of interesting options to create ceilings. It's also great for stairways, staircases to create it. This is also a feature, but it's just allowed to extrude it in one area. It's not possible then to extrude the height of it again. We have to choose between the planes for this extrusion. So it's not possible to combine both extrusions. It's not possible, and also not to make a ceiling where you have in different positions different shapes. So it's just one shape extruded. This is the limitation. But this is also if you have a simple ceiling, this is a nice option.
Yes. So in my example, what I'm shown, I've drawn now a shape, and then afterwards, it's now the question is, this is the standard extrusion in the Z direction, but I have also the possibility to make an extrusion in the X direction, and afterwards I would get here now my room this way and three-dimensionally. Let me hide this one so that you better see. We have now also creating a complex roof structure by by using this kind of extrusion.
Good.
Okay.
Maybe we should check the questions.
Yes, we will see.
We just see an indicator that there are questions, but it would be interesting what is in.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Questions.
There are some.
Okay, coming in. Just need to scroll. Okay, no, we have it. Okay. First one. Why, when I copy and paste lights from another file, they come to current file at 1 meter coordinates instead of 0, 0? Why is this 1 meter offset? Yeah. It's also inside the same file. You have also an offset of 1 meter.
Yes, no, this is a little bit made because in the past there was a fear that if you paste it and they are in the same position in the same file, they are exactly on the same place. You will not see that that these are at the same position, and for that reason there is a kind of offset. Okay, there is a small hint. You can press Control, Shift, and 5. Sorry, I have to go to RELUX. Control, Shift, 5. And there you will have the possibility. Then it opens an image. It's a little bit here. What is opening here is now it's a little bit for experts. And there you have the paste with offset is yes, and you can switch it to no. Then this will not be happening.
So deep setup.
This is a deep setup. It's a little bit. It's a little bit something for experts. There are a lot of settings which, for the most people, are not very interesting, but for experts in street lighting, tunnel lighting, and so on, there are some options, some hidden options. But one of the general options is here the paste with offset. And to repeat this, press Control, Shift, and 5 on the keyboard to open this dialog.
Good, thanks. Next one. Can I adjust the size of move or rotate image while I work on light? It goes bigger or smaller of moving closer or around the specific light. I'm not sure if I get it. Can I adjust the size of the movement? You mean the maybe the incrementals? But it should be smooth. You should no, it's just this. The grid snap felt in my mind. Yes, it goes bigger or smaller as I move closer or around the specific light.
Okay, that's
we don't get it precisely. The moving, if you are in a zoomed in area, of course the movement also is zoomed in a way. The grid, for the grid snap annoying stuff, can be overridden by holding down the Shift key. You can also change the grid itself quite precisely if this is annoying. But an image, the image is fixed. If you import an image or in geolocation, then the image is fixed. You cannot zoom in or zoom out. You can, if you put in the picture as a texture, you can change the texture size in the material editor. In a material editor, you can make the picture bigger and smaller. But this is also big of deep. It's not something you do on the side quite easy. You go to the material editor, go to the material, and then you have options to scale the texture on the object, and maybe you have to update the object with the resized picture. Not nice, not handy. Yeah, so no, there's not really a good option for this. Next one. Can I see the result of lights under the surface of the sea as they light a wall of a house in and out of water? Water is also not so easy. So in our main calculation core, the radiosity, it's not possible to go through objects, even water, just air, through water.
Yeah,
the ray tracer.
But we have the ray tracer, and with the ray tracing module you can do this. Then you can use an object, for example a cube, and give them a material, transparent material, for example water, and then you can make such tests from illuminating light into water or through water and from the water outside. But this is a little bit you have to have a deeper knowledge of how to handle objects with these materials. So please send us to our support a request. We have a special kind of paper where it's described, but also it may be available for the ray trace guys, and they can assist you with these points.
But this is also you get also values out of it. So it's also possible to calculate areas underwater with the ray tracing. So it should be possible to get values and also a visual impression how it looks with water in a scene. But water is not the same as water. So it's potentially it's not the same water with the same optical properties if you have it than in real life. So be careful. It's more, it's always the same. It's not the reality we model, or we try to hit the reality. But in paint on the wall, in paint in the pool has a big impact on the light, and water and something to calculate through water. It's even more hard to tell if this is real, the values or not. So, but you can do it, give it a try. Also, we have a lack of studies. So for rooms, for surfaces, for radiosity, we have some good studies. We know the effects, but for liquids and something light throughout liquids, there's just less experience, less studies. It's hard to tell what happens on the ground on the pool. But interesting. Okay. Will you try something to show us?
Yes, but this is not so lucky at the moment. The next question was, can I see the result now when you print the calculation report, how to sort the problem of overlapping of numbers illustrating the colors of the lux level? So there is one point. Sometimes you will have a large range. Still not working. I have to go to the print manager, and I will take strange. Okay, this is we want to have this output, I guess. And then sometimes it may happen that here is an overlapping on the if the complete range of the lux level is here printed, and then there may be an overlapping. There is one point when you go to the properties here to use this set min max scale, so that you can limit, so that are less values on the ground of the printout. And then it typically, so this is to remove this. If you don't use this, then you will have maybe here this problem here now, that you have here an overlap. This this is but you are right. This is a point we should find a better solution as we have at the moment. So however, if you go here to the thing and remove this, maybe you can here also choose the levels in which range this is, and then this should disappear.
Okay, good. Then we have
I mean, this is, I guess, is this related to this question here in the bar?
Yeah. The question was about the icon of the movement and rotate. Now we was wondering what is about the size of an if we zoom in and zoom out to rotate. But I have the feeling that it's fixed. that the size of the cursor, the size of the move and rotate command does not change.
Maybe the question is that we cannot, if we choose a background picture and we want to you have a background picture under your drawing, you cannot use these commands. These commands will only work for the standard objects and so on, but not for a background drawing or for a background icon. If you're using the background icon, then you must choose the properties of the icon. There you have the possibilities, but the standard tools will not work for this. But you are also right, we should take a look about if you can make this a little bit, the handling a little bit more clear what to do, maybe to bring them together, that this is also possible to scale a drawing or a background picture in the same way as we do it for cubes and so on inside of the program.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No more question?
That's all questions. Also, the time is also progressed. So yeah, so let's end this last episode of 23. We will continue with Fun Wheel episodes. You do not find episodes right now on our website. That's simply because they're not planned yet. But we will, in the beginning of next year, plan the next episodes. We have found today in the questions from the episodes that we should do something with staircases. That we should do a staircase episode, and potentially also ceilings or roofs or something like this. It also was a couple of questions. Yeah, so we found a lot of topics, and we will continue by once a month, potentially one of the last Thursday of each month, at the same time slots as we have it this year. So we'll continue, and check our website relux.com for the dates for the next episodes. And thanks for being here with us in this late year, in this holiday season. And see you next year.
Yes. Have a good time. Enjoy your holidays, and start with next year with a new successful new year and we will see us again. Okay. Thank you.
Bye.